gamers, welcome back to Pixel Quest Ultimate Game Reviews. I'm your host, Emma Reeves, and I'm super pumped to dive into today's episode, Episode 19, BioShock. Would you kindly listen to this episode? Today, we're going to explore the breathtaking world of BioShock, a game that's hailed as a masterpiece by many. Get ready to immerse yourself in the underwater utopia of Rapture, unravel mind-bending twists, and confront moral dilemmas that will keep you on the edge of your seat. So, grab your plasmids and join me as we delve into the mesmerizing experience that is BioShock. All right, picture this. You're standing at the bottom of the ocean, staring up at the glittering lights of an Art Deco wonderland. Welcome to Rapture, a city filled with grandeur and grit, where the promise of utopia has given way to chaos and decay. As you navigate its dark, twisting corridors and encounter its haunting inhabitants, you'll soon realize that there's more to Rapture than meets the eye. Join me as we dive into the depths of this mesmerizing, atmospheric world where every shadow holds a secret and every choice has a consequence. Get ready to immerse yourself in the captivating universe of BioShock. All right, let's talk about the art of storytelling in BioShock. This game has a way of immersing you into its world through its powerful narrative and captivating storytelling. From the moment you step into the underwater city of Rapture, you're drawn into a rich and mysterious world filled with complex characters and thought-provoking plot twists. One of the things that sets BioShock apart is its ability to weave together elements of suspense, mystery, and moral choice to create a truly engaging storytelling experience. The game doesn't just tell its story through dialogue and cutscenes, but also through environmental storytelling, the little details scattered throughout Rapture that provide hints and background information about the world you're in. The use of audio diaries, propaganda posters, and environmental cues all contribute to the depth of the storytelling, making Rapture feel like a living, breathing world with its own history and secrets waiting to be discovered. This level of attention to detail and world-building really draws players in and keeps them invested in the story. Of course, one of the most iconic storytelling elements in BioShock is the twist. Without spoiling anything for those who haven't played it yet, let's just say that BioShock is known for its mind-blowing plot twist that completely turns everything you thought you knew on its head. It's a prime example of how effective storytelling can elevate a game from good to unforgettable. So, whether you're a fan of intricate plot lines, well-developed characters, or just enjoy getting lost in a richly crafted world, BioShock's storytelling is sure to leave a lasting impression. And it's a reminder that a great story can truly elevate a gaming experience to new heights. So one of the really interesting aspects of BioShock is its philosophical foundation, which draws heavily from the works of Ayn Rand. If you're not familiar with her, Ayn Rand was a Russian-American writer and philosopher who championed the concept of objectivism, where self-interest and individual achievement were the highest ideals. This philosophy heavily influences the concept of Rapture, the underwater city in the game, which was founded on the principles of absolute free market capitalism and the pursuit of personal ambition. It's a thought-provoking backdrop that adds layers of depth and meaning to the game's storyline and characters. So let's talk about what makes BioShock's gameplay so darn catchy. First off, we've got plasmids. These nifty genetic modifications not only give you powers like shooting lightning and throwing fire, but they also play a big part in the story. It's not just about blasting through hordes of enemies, but about using your plasmids strategically to solve puzzles and take down big daddies. And speaking of big daddies, those encounters were intense. The tension as you try to take them down while the little sisters hover nearby adds a whole new layer to the gameplay. Then there's the moral choices. Do you save the little sisters or harvest them for more Adam? These decisions really make you stop and think about the consequences, and the game reacts to your choices in meaningful ways. And let's not forget about the setting itself. Rapture is this haunting underwater city that's falling apart at the seams, and it's just brimming with atmosphere. All these elements combined made BioShock's gameplay experience a total roller coaster that kept players hooked from start to finish. And that's what made BioShock tick. It wasn't just the shooting and looting, but the way every aspect of the gameplay tied into the narrative and made you feel like a part of this twisted, immersive world. So, let's talk about some of the unforgettable moments and mind-blowing twists in BioShock. One of the most iconic scenes is when you first encounter Andrew Ryan and he delivers that famous "Would you kindly" line. It completely turns the game on its head and makes you question everything. I mean, talk about a plot twist that sends shivers down your spine, right? And let's not forget the big reveal about Atlas actually being Fontaine all along. It's one of those moments where you're like, wait, what? And then it all starts to make sense, but in a way that leaves you reeling. And how can we not mention the ending? The whole sequence leading up to the big reveal about Jack's true identity is just mind-blowing. It's like peeling back layers of a really messed up onion, and you can't help but be totally gripped by it. These kinds of moments are what make BioShock such a standout game. The sheer level of storytelling and the way the twists and turns are executed is just phenomenal. It's the kind of stuff that sticks with you long after you've put the controller down. Now, let's talk about the moral dilemmas and player choices in BioShock. One of the fascinating aspects of the game is how it presents the player with difficult decisions that have significant consequences. Throughout the game, players are presented with moral choices that ultimately impact the outcome of the game. For example, in BioShock, players are given the choice to either harvest or rescue little sisters, a group of genetically altered girls who harvest a valuable resource called Adam. Harvesting the little sisters means sacrificing their lives for a large amount of Adam, while rescuing them means taking a smaller reward but saving their lives. These decisions not only affect the player's moral compass, but also impact the game's narrative and future gameplay. The game cleverly explores the concept of choice and consequence, forcing players to evaluate their actions and face the moral implications of their decisions. This aspect of BioShock truly sets it apart from other games in the genre, as it challenges players to confront their own values and beliefs while immersing them in a rich narrative driven by the consequences of their choices. It's this level of depth and complexity that makes BioShock such a compelling and thought-provoking gaming experience. What's your take on the moral dilemmas and player choices in BioShock? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, let's talk about the impact BioShock has had on gaming and its lasting legacy. This game blew everyone's minds when it was first released in 2007. I mean, it wasn't your typical shoot-'em-up kind of game. It challenged players with moral choices and deep storytelling in an immersive underwater world. BioShock really pushed the boundaries and raised the bar for what gamers could expect from a first-person shooter. Its thought-provoking narrative and atmospheric setting set a new standard for storytelling in video games. And let's not forget about its influence on the gaming industry as a whole. BioShock paved the way for more mature and sophisticated storytelling in video games, inspiring a whole wave of narrative-driven titles. Even today, we can still feel BioShock's impact on gaming. It's not just a game that came and went, it's a true classic that continues to shape the way we think about storytelling in games. So, when you consider the impact and legacy of BioShock, it's clear that this game has left a lasting mark on the gaming industry and continues to inspire game developers and players alike. So, I was scrolling through our social media feeds and stumbled upon some interesting feedback from our awesome listeners. A fan named Sarah tweeted that she loved our deep dive into the world of BioShock and found our discussion on the game mechanics really insightful. It's cool to see how different elements of the game resonate with our audience. Another listener, Michael, mentioned in his comment that he totally agrees with our analysis of the game's storyline and how it interweaves with player agency. It's always great to hear from our community and see that they're digging the content we're putting out there. Keep those comments coming, folks. We love hearing from you. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Would You Kindly Listen to This Episode? We hope you enjoyed exploring the world of BioShock with us and diving deep into the story, gameplay, and impact of this influential game. Remember, if you want to keep the conversation going or share your own thoughts, you can find us on social media or drop us an email. As always, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care and happy gaming.